Hello, BirthFit community. This is Dr. Lindsay Matthews Cantu, and this is your BirthFit podcast for you. I do this for you. I want to serve you. So if you ever have any feedback, if there's any questions, topics you want me to cover, let me know. All right, this is episode number 277. It's going to be short, sweet, to the point. I don't say safe. I mean, I cannot even count on my hand the last time I've used the word, this is a safe exercise, or the phrase, this is a safe exercise. Um, yeah. And I don't think you should use it either, especially if you're a BirthFit coach or a practitioner. Um, Here's the real talk on why I banned that word from my own vocabulary. And it's going to sound small until I explain why it's not safe in quotations. Safe exercise, safe progression, the next safe step, safe modifications for pregnancy. Very early on, maybe the first year, I used to say those things. Every practitioner does, every coach does, because they think it's what they're supposed to say. At least that was me. I thought that's what I was supposed to say. It's the default setting for how we talk about pregnant and postpartum bodies and what women are looking for and wanting. And I want to walk you through why I think it's quietly wrecking the entire category, just like wrecking havoc on the mindset and kind of just plays right into the programming. Um, And here's what I say instead. So stay with me. Like I said, this is going to be short and sweet. Take a breath, take a seat. Um, Here's what nobody is going to say out loud, what nobody's telling you. Safety is an illusion. And I'm not being edgy for the sake of it or rebelling for the sake of it. I mean that quite literally. There is no version of exercise, birth, or life that comes with a guarantee stapled to it. There's no diagnostic test that is 100% safe. That ultrasound, it's not guaranteed safe. So just think about that. And yet the entire prenatal and postpartum fitness industry and beyond the fitness industry has built itself on selling that guarantee. Safe this, safe that. This is the safest stroller. This is the safest vitamin or whatever. Cleared for safe movement. As if safe, in quotations, is a category you graduate into, like someone hands you a badge and now nothing bad can happen to you. That's not care. That's marketing dressed up as care. That's not, in my opinion, that's not honest. That's not integrity. So, what it actually does to the woman on the other end of that, because this isn't just semantics, this changes behavior. When you tell a pregnant or postpartum woman, here's your list of safe exercises, you've quietly told her the rest of her body, the rest of her capability is unsafe. Only what's on this paper, this list right here, is safe. The rest, no, not safe. Excuse me, let me get a drink of water. You're teaching a woman to not trust her body, that her body is untrustworthy. It's something to be managed instead of built. You've handed her a cage instead of freedom, quite honestly, and you've called that cage a gift. I don't think it's a gift. I've watched this happen over and over and over. I still do. A woman gets cleared at her 6-week visit. Sometimes she gets photocopied a sheet of safe quotations, exercises. And that's it. Excuse me, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, I got a little bit of a cough. Um, but the list, that list that she's handed, that's the whole framework. Meanwhile, her nervous system, her actual capabilities, the 6 months of pregnancy that her body just walked through, all of that gets ignored in favor of a word that was never going to protect her from anything, anyways. Just think about that. Safety is an illusion. And when you say that to a mother, you're not giving them freedom. You're actually taking trust away from their body and putting that woman in a cage. It's true for exercise, it's true for diagnostic tests, it's true for food, nutrition, all of it. So here's the shift. Instead of safe, I want you to try to use words like optimal or efficient. For example, this exercise right here might be more optimal for you than this one. Or this progression, we can have the word this progression might be a little more efficient for you. Not because I'm playing word games here, but because words matter. Optimal, optimal ask a real question. Given this body in this season, doing this specific thing, what's the most effective path forward? That's what optimal asks. That's a question with a real answer. The question, is this safe? Isn't. Because every individual's risk and benefit analysis profile is different. What is a benefit and risk to me based on this illusion of safety, this thing before me, is going to be different than my sister or the woman sitting next to me. Then I have to make the decision on what is safe for my body and my family, and you have to make the decision for you. Is it safe is a question built to be unanswerable, which is exactly why it never stops generating fear. You can chase safe forever and never arrive. It's like perfection, right? Because there's always one more disclaimer, one more liability-driven caveat, one more reason to hold back. Now, I want to be precise here because I'm not throwing out the whole word, even though I probably could. There's one word, one place where safe still belongs in this work, and I've hinted at that already. It's with the nervous system and conversations around the nervous system. The felt sense of safety, neuroception of safety, that's real, and that involves a lot of nuance. So you go down that rabbit hole. That's different than saying this thing right here, this diagnostic test, this exercise is safe. Stephen Porges, that's real. The Porges, Stephen Porges is the man behind the polyvagal theory, right? And there's actual clinical language for how a nervous system decides whether it's in ventral, social, connected state, or defensive one. That's neuroception safety. Like I said, that's individual, unique to each human body. That kind of safety isn't a guarantee about outcomes. It's information about one's internal state, which is totally different. Your body deciding if it feels safe enough to soften, to connect, to let milk down, to let go, whatever. What that doesn't say is safety as a promise about the exercise itself or the diagnostic test, right? You see the difference? Squats aren't safe or unsafe. just like squats aren't bad or good. Although, in my opinion, I think they are absolutely good, but there's no morality there. Load isn't safe or unsafe. A body on a given day in a given season is either prepared for a demand or building toward being prepared for it. That's the whole framework. That's the difference between fear-based caution dressed up as care and an actual system. And look, I get why safe is everywhere. It's an easy word. It conveys a promise. It covers you legally. It sounds responsible. It's the path of least resistance. In a room full of liability nervous providers. I'm not going to sugarcoat this one. Reaching for safe is often about protecting the practitioner, not the patient. It feels responsible, but it's frankly lazy. That's lazy. So, told y'all this was going to be short and sweet to the point, a banger, right? The harder, better answer is standing in front of a pregnant or postpartum woman, athlete, and saying, here's what your body is capable of right now. Here's what I'm seeing. Here's what I'm observing. Here's the most efficient way to build from here. Here's how we know it's working. Not because I promised you nothing will ever go wrong, but because we built this progression on her actual capability instead of my fear of being wrong. That's the whole point of the framework I have built here at BirthFit. Pregnant and postpartum bodies are built for strength, not fragility. And strength gets proven through movement. It gets practiced in the gym. It's not protected by a word that was never doing any real work in the first place. So, next time you catch yourself reaching for the word safe, swap it out. Ask, is this efficient? Or can you use the word optimal? Try that. That's the move. Instead of hiding behind the word that was only ever there to make you feel better. All right, that's it from me today. I hope I gave you something to think about. Our BirthFit certification is open for fall enrollment until August 31st. Come in, get you a seat, and let's all evolve together. All right, talk soon. Bye, y'all.